I recently made a review video of Eufy E22 Outdoor Permanent Lights, and a lot of you guys have been asking me to do an installation video. Today I'm gonna show you guys how to install these lights without any issues. Alright, in this box we have all the light strips that we need. This is your power adapter. This is your controller and amplifier. Basically, this is the brain and the muscles of this entire lighting system. This is your three-way connector. This is your male and female splicers. This is your extension cable controller. This is your extension cable. These are your cable clips and ties. These are your screws. This is your silicon sealant. This is your radar motion sensor. And here are some more cable clips. It also comes with a measuring card, and I will show you how to use this. You also do have a quick start manual here in case. They also have another detailed guide on how to connect the light strings. All right, let's get into it and get these lights up there. Before you install these lights, I highly recommend you plugging them in your room to see if everything works properly. It's very simple. You take your connector, where there is like a 3 of these, plug it into the end of a light strip, just like this. And you take the other side of the connector and connect it inside the power. Then go ahead and connect the power supply into the outlet. And you should start to see the lights light up. Next, grab the other set of lights and then connect it all together just like this. Now I'm taking the last one here and then connecting it through. We can clearly see that all lights are working just fine. Now we can take everything for outdoor installation. Now, when it comes to the wire stripping, it does come with a man and female splicers, but you do not need to do this unless you're cutting or shortening the light strip. This basically is for people who want to shorten the total length of the strip, remove a damaged section if there is any. Sometimes you need to cut the strip to fit the roofline precisely, or reconnecting the strip after cutting it. Let me repeat myself. If you're not cutting anything, you don't need to use the wire splicer. But in case you do want to use it, it's not that complicated. For me, my plan is to run the lights all the way up on this wall, all the way through the front. Take a power supply, connect it with the connector, just like this. All right, so this is a 3-way connector. We're not gonna be using this, but the 3-way connector is only needed if you want one controller to feed the 2 or 3 lighting directions. For example, one line goes across the gutter, one goes down the garage, so it takes different directions. In my particular case, I'm running it through all the way in a straight line, so I don't really need it. So this is a radar motion sensor. E22 lights can use a radar sensor to create motion detected lighting, welcome home effects, security strobe deterrent, automatic activation without any cameras. You need the radar sensor if you want a light to turn on when you're actually walking nearby your house, or you don't have a compatible Eufy camera but still want motion lighting. Now let me tell you this, you do not need it if you already have a Eufy camera and will use a Wonderlink camera sync. You only just want a decorative lighting, or you just don't need a motion-based effects. In my case, since I'm gonna be using this, I'm gonna have to use this, but not for splitting the lines. Okay, so when you open this right here, this part is what plugs into here. All right, we are officially plugged in. Next, we take the controller side right here, connect it with the 3-way splitter like this. The other side goes directly into the light strip, just like this. I'm gonna go ahead and untangle these lights right now. Okay, so pretty much we are ready to start installing these things. Now, when it comes to the installation, all you have to do is just peel this off like this and then stick it right underneath your roof. Since some surfaces are different than the others, sometimes you might not be able to just use the sticky side of it to like stick on where it holds up long term. So they thought of another solution. If you just pop this open right here, there is where you can drill a hole and install it like this on the top. And then you can just slide this right back on, just like that. And boom, now you'll be able to have it stably mounted. Also, if we need any additional support, we're gonna be using this. But based on how my surface is, I don't think we're gonna be needing it. But in case we do, you have extra support. All right, so we're gonna be plugging things here. So I'm gonna bring this right over. Make sure to close off any of these lines so no water or anything like gets into it. Inside the box, you also have a extension cable. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug this right into where our controller is. Because here's the thing, right? So space from here to all the way up, I don't wanna start having my lights on the wall. So I'm gonna run the extension cable all the way up and then the lights that will take place. So let's go ahead and plug these two guys in like this and then close this up. Then let's plug the other end in the three-way connector and then close this up. Now that we have expanded everything, right? So the power supply goes right in here. And then now we can actually start putting these things up. All right, so this, you can kind of use this as a way to, measure where you're gonna put these. So in our case, we're gonna be putting them right here in this area. We're gonna peel this off. And then we're gonna start right here, just like that. We're gonna peel this off. It continues right here, just like that. You see how it sticks perfectly? This is a very powerful glue. And you can continue to use your, ruler if you kind of get out of line. And just keep going until you, fully complete going around your building. Now I'm making myself around front of the house here in this corner. Super easy, and it doesn't take super long to install. This is not like hours and hours of process. Now, as you can see, we ran everything all the way through here. Now, when you get to this end, right? Now you can connect the other side of the strip. So you pretty much take this end of it and plug it right in, right here, just like this. And then lastly, we gotta secure this, right? So just kind of tie this up like this and boom, we're all good. Then you pretty much continue to, get these lights, keep sticking on. And then last part is gonna be connecting the other side, which is the third strip. So far, I've been out here for not even 15 minutes and I've made such a great progress. Obviously, you can make these lines more straight, but based on the type of a surface that I'm working with, this is the best I can do. Don't worry about the perfection because you won't be able to see anything at night anyways. And honestly, like if it's a little bit crooked here or a little bit crooked there, there's no inspection that's coming in and judging you based on that. Now that we made it through here, we're gonna connect the last final strip. We're gonna follow the same process here. Just plug the other end, just like this, and then screw this to cap it. And pretty much continue, keep sticking these on. Okay, and here comes the last piece here that we're going to install. There we go. Now in the end here, it comes with this cap right here. I just took it off from here. And all you do is just close it up like this. Close the end completely. Just like that. So nothing can get inside, I just plugged the lights in. I know it's still like a daylight outside, but looks like the lights have turned on. Next part is downloading the app and synchronizing everything through the app. That's how you optimize these lights. But right from the get-go, they change the color just like this.